Hi everyone, welcome back to the Colors and Lights podcast. yeah, this is one of our last episodes for the year. We have 2 more episodes to go, and I'm so excited that you are listening. Thank you so much for sticking with us all through the year. Yes, and thank you for taking part in our last series. I've also listened to our previous podcasts. Yes, our previous episodes. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Ebumolu Olufayo, and this is the Colors and Lights podcast. And here we talk about everything God, everything life, transitioning, different seasons, and how we go about life, basically. yes, and this is episode 29 of our podcast. Today we are going to be examining preparing for a new becoming, because the year is about to close and a lot of us are already putting plans in place to make 2026 a better one and an easier one for us all. Yes, so we are going to be looking at some of the things that we need to do before 2026. There's always something about the new year that is always peculiar. Every single person is always working on their goals. Every single person always has like ambitions and everything they want to get started with, and they want to complete before the end of the year. But only few are able to carry that energy from the beginning of the year up to the end of the year. So people are able to just live from the first month to the second month with that energy, and then from there they just drop everything. While some people, they're able to carry that energy all through the year. Yes, not just because the second set of people planned well, but because they were dedicated and they were disciplined. You can plan so well, and still you are going to fumble at executing it. So planning is one of the problems, but not exactly the problem. Execution is the major thing. So you have to focus well on how you are going to execute in 2026. And when you are planning, plan with actionable plans, with actionable goals. Yes, put goals in place, put action words in place that would simplify it. If your goal is to save 1 million in 2026, how much do you want to save per month? How much do you want to save per week? Don't just write, I'm going to save 1 million in 2026, and you leave it on the table. First month, second month, third month, you're not going to save anything. You're probably going to remember by June when everybody is shouting second half, and then you find out that you've actually lost a chunk of the time you're supposed to execute it. Yes, so make sure the plans are actionable enough for you to be able to get started and continue with the execution. Okay, yes, so we are going to be talking about preparing for 2026, but not just in January, but from now, because your preparation starts from now. Every single thing that you are putting in from now, the planning, the reflection, every single thing is part of the preparation for 2026, and it's actually going to add up for how well 2026 is going to be for you. Yes, once again, my name is Ebumolu Olufayo, and this is the Colors and Lights podcast. So let's get started with today. The first thing that you need to do is go back and reflect. We talked about reflection in our last episode. If you've not listened, I would like that you listen again so you understand the scope of what we are talking about. So for reflection, before you look forward, you want to look back. Honestly, what did you do in 2025? What were the things that drained you? What were the things that drew you closer to God? What were the things that you outgrew in 2025? You want to understand. You cannot carry everything into the new year. There are some things that you need to be grateful for. There are some things that you need to genuinely let go of. Maybe some old habits, maybe some old goals. There are some things that you just need to let go of. And there are some things that you need to examine and just be grateful for that. I'm so grateful I was able to get this done in 2025. So you just need to reflect. You need to understand every single part of your last year. So go back and reflect. Yes, and you can examine your goals for 2025. You can compare with what you've been able to achieve and what you set to achieve. You can compare and see how far you were able to go. Yes, and number 2 after reflection is alignment. for you to be able to fully work with your plans, with your goals, with your action board or your vision board, you need to work with alignment. So your preparation is not just about your goals and about the aesthetics of putting your vision board together, but how you feel aligned to whatever it is that you want to do. Yes, you can achieve a lot, and at the end of the year, you're still going to feel like you are not aligned with your values. So the bigger picture is, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, what do you want to become? Breaking it down, what is that one thing, that two things, that 5 things that are going to do next year that's going to take you a step closer to who you want to become? Let me give you an example. So if your goal is to become a lawyer in the next 7 years, what you want to plan towards for 2026 will be something like, okay, 2026 I'm going to write JAMB, I'm going to apply to so schools, I'm going to make sure I have this particular JAMB score, this particular post-UTME score. By the time you start examining your 2026 plan like that, it's going to look like a small chunk of what the bigger picture is, which is becoming a lawyer. But then in the real sense, that's one of the most important part of it. So you're going to leave the focus of becoming a lawyer and going to study on, you're going to put all your focus on the academic requirement. So the academic requirements that are going to put in for 2026 is what's going to say if you're actually going to get started with law and then continue on to become a lawyer. Yes. So align it with what you want to do, align it with who you want to become, align it with what God has called you to be. So you still have to go back and know if it does in the right direction or not God. Know if it's a good reflection of who you are becoming. Know if it's the pace that is going to protect your peace. You're not just picking one huge chunk of it and you are exhausting yourself in 2026. So you have to still go back to God and make sure whatever you are planning for is aligned to who is calling you to be and what is calling you to become. So 2026 is a part of the full picture of your whole life. You have to be able to live it fully and live it beautifully. So you have to live in alignment with God's plan. So go back to God after reflecting, pray and understand things you need to do in 2026, things you need to embark on, what you need to go about and how you can go about it. And that is going to connect one way or the other with the bigger picture of your life, with the bigger picture of who God has called you to be, with the bigger picture of how God has called you to lead and to serve. Yes, so you just have to understand that before you start planning the big goals. And the third is practical preparation. So now this is about the setting of intentional goals, setting of SMART goals. God really cares about the details that we put in, because faith and planning, they do work together. Yes, faith without work is dead. Now you're going to have to put in the practical work from now, which is by planning. Yes, so you have to set directional goals for yourself. You don't have to put yourself under a lot of pressure, but you have to set the goals in such a way that it's easier for you to be able to break it down and to be able to achieve it 1 month, 1 week, 1 day at a time. So break those big visions into small, faithful steps that you can keep yourself accountable. Just like the example that I've given, you want to save $1 million in 2026. Then how much do you want to save every month? How much is coming in every month? How much do you want to be able to save every month? Or do you want to save every week? How much do you want to save every week? What platform do you want to use to save it? Are you going to be using an app? Are you going to be saving it with your bank? Anyhow you want to save it, you're going to have to know it now. Do you want to automate the saving such that you don't have to constantly be deliberating if you want to save or you don't want to save? Or the saving is just automated and it's paid into your savings account at the end or at the beginning of the month? Yes. So just put those factors in place, put those things in place, so it's easier for you to be able to even work towards your goal. So it does not even feel like you are trying at all. It just feels like you are able to do it. Yes. So when you want to set goals, you want to look into setting SMART goals. One, they have to be specific. Yes. Your goals have to be specific. You have to put the specification. You have to put the timing, how you want to go about it, what you want to do. Just make sure it is very, very smart. Yes, make sure your goals are very, very specific. Specific goals have a way of giving you the intuition of what you can achieve and how you can really go about it, and not just going to be dealing with vague words. And if you are the kind that you want to work on a vision board, or you want to work on an action board, or as it may be, because I personally call it action board, yes, not just vision board, I call it action board or action plan. You have to make sure you are putting in those things that are very specific. Don't just put in the end part of the picture and make it feel so beautiful, but find something that really expresses the process, that is really, really so specific about it. Yes, so let me give you an example. If your goal is to probably gain weight or lose weight before the end of 2026, and you have a certain body goal that you are working towards, now don't just download the picture of your body and put it on your vision board. Download the picture of a process, someone eating healthy, someone going to the gym, someone taking a run. You see that, and your brain tells you that that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to get up and you're supposed to go for your run. You're supposed to go to the gym, or you're supposed to take certain food to be able to gain weight. Don't just leisure yourself with the end goal. Don't just put yourself with the picture of, oh, there's a beautiful picture of you graduating. Put a picture of you reading as well. Yes, put a picture of you planning your academics as well. Put a picture of you attending classes as well. So when you see it and you're getting the urge to skip class, you are seeing both the picture of you reading and you attending classes, and also you graduating. So you know that, oh, I'm not reading, I'm not attending class, then I know that this graduation is going to have to come as it's going to have 2 question marks instead. Yes, so don't just put in the end goal, but the actionable ones as well. So make it very, very, very specific. So instead of you saying I want to be better in school, you have to say I want to improve in this certain grade. Make it very specific. What's going to make you better in school? What's going to make you better at your finances? If you want to be better with your finances, then set it from now. I'm going to enroll in this certain financial course, learn how to save, learn how to invest, start saving on this app. I'm going to save this particular amount every single month. Just make sure it's so specific that you can start it right now. Let me give an example for academics. I want to get better in school. So you're going to make it as direct as saying, I want to improve my grade in anatomy. And to be able to do that, I'm going to make sure I read anatomy 3 times every week. I'm going to read it for 3 hours. I'm going to make sure I cover digestive system, respiratory system. You list out all the systems you want to cover in 2026. That's actually going to make you ace anatomy. I want to engage in study groups. I want to be able to complete this certain amount of questions, to be able to examine that I have studied all this part of anatomy and I understand it. So you see there's a pattern there. Once you read every single day, by the end of every single week, you go for study discussions. You're able to put together everything you've gained. Then you go back to answering the questions that you have to check how far you've come. You respond to those questions. You see the parts that you did not do or the parts that you did well. Slow and steady every single week, you're going to get better in anatomy. But you did not put the big and vague word that I'm just going to get better with my academics in 2026. You were able to break it down. I'll get better in this course. I'll read this every single day. Do this every single week. How are you going to be accountable to yourself? Oh, I'm going to be able to make sure that I answer this also amount of questions from maybe the past questions or something, just to be sure that I'm doing it and I'm actually gaining real progress. That's the part of you putting in the accountability and knowing how far you've come. Do you understand? So you have to be able to make it specific, break it down, make it go back to the simplest as a day at a time. So you have to make sure that those goals that you are setting, they are so specific that you can make 2 of them from every single day. Yes, so go back to every day. What are you going to do every day to be able to contribute to the big picture of that goal? I know we've talked about alignment. This particular thing that you're even picking itself is related to what the big goal of your purpose or where you want to be in the next 10 years is. Yes. Then number 2 is measurable. So you should be able to track your process. You should be able to track your progress. You should be able to measure it. Just like how I said, that there should be a way in which you are very much accountable to yourself. There should be a way you can tell yourself, okay, this is what you should do, and this is what the result is going to be. Now you understand what you've done, you understand how far you've done it, if it's good, if it's excellent, if it's fair. Now, again, let's go back to improving in anatomy. So you want to say you want to go from getting 60 to getting 80% in anatomy. Now, 60 is a B, while 80 is a A. So that means you are going to be able to measure how good you read every day, how well you examine yourself every week, and then the big picture of what you put in to be able to write your exams. You're going to measure that by what you get in your results. So that means you want to move from B to A. Every day you're going to be reading, you're going to be revising past questions, you're going to be engaging in study group discussions. At the end, you're going to make sure you do the big revision for your anatomy 1 exam, anatomy 2 exam, and then you're going to measure everything that you've done is by checking that, oh, my grade has actually increased from 60B to 80A. You have to make sure it is measurable. Now, how you can measure it even from the smaller one is that everything that you are doing every day, bring it down to a week. Let there be a day of the week, most probably Saturday, that you check if you've been able to read 3 times a week. Then you can go back and work on the past questions. Do that for your other goals as well. Make sure you are able to put in a day that helps you to measure your growth, as small as every single week, as big as every month. Then the bigger picture of first half of the year, you evaluate yourself. Second half of the year, you evaluate yourself. Then you have the measures of it. Now, if it's for saving, the measure is going to be like the certain amount that you are going to save. So let's say at the end of the first half, you check if you've already reached that target. That means you should have gotten half of what you're supposed to save for the year. That's how you measure it. So make sure that your goals are measurable. Put a measure to it. How much do you want to be able to save by the end of 2025? How many times do you want to do your devotion by the end of 2025? I want to do my devotion for 365 days. That means every day you do your devotion. Every week you make sure you check that you've done your devotion for that week. And every month you evaluate yourself. The days that I did my devotion in the evening instead of in the morning, what went wrong? Okay, I woke up late. That means you have to improve and probably set your alarm from 5:30 to 5 a.m. so you have time better for your devotion. So you keep re-evaluating and you keep readjusting like that, because you are going to be measuring your growth as you go on. That helps you to not just set the goal and either you roll with it or you don't roll with it, but you re-evaluate it even as the year goes on. If you say you want to save 30,000 every single month and you notice that you're having that financial restraint, it is okay to reevaluate and reduce it to 20,000. What matters is the fact that you're going to be consistent and disciplined and you're actually going to save that 20,000. Yes, and you will notice that because of your interest in putting that money into savings, by the time you have extra money and you can save 50,000 instead of 20,000 that month, you will definitely put it in, because you have that end goal there that this money I want to use to buy land. I want to use it to buy a land in Lekki. So knowing the end goal of buying that land and the process of weekly putting it weekly or monthly putting in a certain amount into that saving is going to help you put everything together and keep working it consistently. So let's say from January to July you were able to save 20,000, and then maybe in August you got a certain amount and you have the opportunity to save 80,000. You will willingly want to save it because you've learned the art of letting go of that money because of the final result of this is what I want to use it for. So it's going to feel like, oh, let me put a certain amount aside as well. Do you understand? So if you keep doing it, definitely you're going to get better results. And there are some times that you'll be able to do twice of what you want to do, and sometimes you'll be able to do just half of it. You will not be able to fully do it. What matters is that you don't give up and you keep doing it every single day, every single week, every single month. You just keep being consistent. Yes. And then the third for SMART is going to be achievable. Whatever goal you are working on, it definitely has to be achievable. The goal should be realistic for you, like right now. It should be something that you can work with right now. Yes. So it's not like it's not going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging, but don't make it something that is impossible. Definitely, it would be challenging. It's going to look challenging. So it's going to look big to you. Imagine saying that, oh, I want to take my anatomy from 60A to 80, from 60B to 80A. You feel like that's going to be a lot of work. But by the time you break it down and you specify that you want to read this every single day, you want to evaluate this every single week, you want to make sure every single month you're able to, check to see if your grade is improving based on the past questions that you're answering, something like that. You keep going on and on back to when you are going to write your anatomy exams, and you're going to see that your grades are going to get better. So make it very, very much achievable. Make sure it is realistic, but then at the same time it's going to be challenging. No matter how simple you want to go, no matter how much you want to say let's go lower, it's going to be challenging, because you are going to be putting in the end result as well as trying to look it from the aspect of the goals as well. So know how it's going to seem challenging, but make sure it is something that it is achievable for you right now. Yes. If you are getting a particular income of, let's say, 20,000 monthly, saying that you want to get a car of 30 million at the end of the year is not achievable. It is impossible, because even if you put together your 20,000 salary from every single month, you are not going to have the total of that 30 million. So even if you decide to do it by perish I perish from January to December, I set aside that 20 million, it's impossible. But what is going to be challenging is if you say you want to put let's say 8,000 or 10,000, half of your salary from every single month. That's what can seem like, oh, it's not like it's impossible, but it's going to be very, very, very much challenging. Yes, that's it. So you have to understand that it's not, don't put in something that is impossible. Put in something that is very realistic for you right now. It does not have to be extremely out of the box. You're going to be taking it one step at a time. You're going to reevaluate at the second half of the year and see if you can expand, if you have the bandwidth to take more. If you have the bandwidth to take more, you can expand. If you think you should tone it down, you should, work it out with other things in your agenda, with other habits that you're trying to build, most definitely, you can always do that. So reevaluation is also something that you need to be very well aware of as you are planning. So give yourself that time where you're going to have like a retreat and just sit and reevaluate everything. It does not have to be second half. It might just be after the first quarter, January, February, March. So you get started and you get going with things quite early. Yes. So first half, you can just sit down and decide to, check every single thing. What are the things that you've been able to work on? What are the things that you need to improve on? What does your typical day look like? And how is it contributing to the entire success of every single goal that you have? What time do you wake up? What time do you do your devotion? What books do you read? Who are those people that you speak with? How do you spend your money? What are the friends that you spend your time with? What relationships do you invest in? Every single one of it, you put everything together and you check, am I actually looking at the bigger picture of having a successful 2026 with every single thing I'm doing? So you can try doing first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, not just first half, second half. When you are waiting for first half, you might do well from January to February to March to April, and at the point you stop. So by the time you are waiting till the end of first half before you reevaluate yourself, you've lost a big chunk of time. So you can always make sure you do reevaluation to always put yourself back on track, even if you fall off track. You get. Now, number 4 of setting SMART goals, SMART. We've talked about specific, we've talked about measurable, and number 4 achievable, and number 3 achievable, then relevant. Number 1 specific, number 2 measurable, number 3 achievable, and then the 4th, which is R, is relevant. Yes, your goal must be relevant. It must be important to your life and your growth and your future. Yes, let's go back to alignment. We said for 2026 you need to do certain things to be able to fully become and fully be the expression of who you want to be. We said the first thing you need to do is to reflect. You need to go back to what worked. what did not work, what you need to improve on, what you need to get better at. You need to do all that reflection. And then we said the 2 is alignment. You need to actually go back to God and understand what you need to be doing, what you have to stop doing. You yourself, you have to understand who you want to become and the big picture of what it is. You might not get the entire picture of it now, but you might have an idea of what it is that you want to become in the next 5 years. Even if it's just getting your degree, or even if it's just getting something, or completing a course, or launching a career, anything that it is. The picture of what you want to do in 3 years, in 5 years, any time frame you are giving yourself, make sure it is aligned with God's vision and God's purpose for your life. So you want to go back to God and realign your plans and your purposes with Him. Now, the relevance is that it should matter to your life, to your growth, and to your future. You should be relevant enough for what you want to become, who you want to become, and what you want to do. So it should help you to prepare for whatever it is that you're going to be doing. Now let me go back to improving in anatomy. You want to go from 60B to 80A. It's going to be challenging, but you're going to read every single day. You're going to take tests every single week. You're going to go for study group discussions. Every single month, you're going to reevaluate. Now, how is it relevant? This is going to help me prepare for my nursing council exams. Yes, that is why it is relevant to me right now. So if I'm able to read anatomy 3 times in a week, let's say Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and every Sunday, I'm able to reevaluate and probably check in with past questions, MCQs, and already probably gets from getting 4/10 to getting 7/10 to getting 10/10 as time goes on. Then at the end of the week or during the week, I have study discussions with my friends. At the end of every month, I go back to check to make sure that I've been able to do well. My grades are increasing even with the past questions I'm doing. Then first quarter, I check and I see how much have I covered. I said I'm going to cover respiratory system, reproductive system, digestive system, musculoskeletal system. How many systems have I covered? I would have broken it down that we covered this system in January, covered this system in April, covered this system in November, So I should be able to check after the first quarter. So January, February, March, how many systems have I been able to cover? Do I need to double up with my work because I missed out on this particular amount of systems? Why did I miss out on it? There were some days I was gisting with my friend instead of staying back in my room to read. Then I have to reevaluate that, if I keep gisting with my friends or watching movies at this certain period I'm supposed to be reading, I will not get the end goal of covering all these systems in anatomy. And at the same time, it's going to affect the end goal of moving from 60B to 80A. Then it's going to affect the bigger goal. It's going to affect the bigger goal of improving in anatomy, and as well affect the biggest of its goal of actually working towards the nursing council exam. Yes. So let me go back again. From each day to each week to each month to the bigger picture of, let's say, the first half or the first quarter, you have to reevaluate, like I've said. Then the big picture of what you want to achieve that year, you've aligned it with what you want to be, who God is calling you to be, and that is what you are working towards, but you've broken it down. So it has to be relevant. Yes. Let me give this example. If in 2026 God is calling you to start a brand, yes, and that is what you also want to do, you think, I want to be able to do this, I want to be able to put this brand together. Maybe it's something that you've been working on before, but you've not fully branded it, and God is telling you to get started with branding it. Now, the first half of the year, you want to think about really understanding what the brand is, who is going to serve, how you are going to go about it. But then you want to ask yourself, is it relevant to you? How is it relevant to you? Maybe it's going to help you. Maybe it's actually going to help you put yourself better in the face of those people that you are called to serve, those people that God has called you to be a blessing to. Maybe that is how and why it is relevant that you should be able to build, or you should be able to put that brand together. Now, let's say the brand is supposed to be serving young children. From start, you were the one leading your children units in church. You were the one always doing everything related to children. You love children so much. You want to go for pediatrics, you're studying medicine, and now God is telling you to put it together into a brand. You've been organizing events and going for outreaches for small children, and now God is telling you to put it together and you actually start working on it as consistent projects. Now, what you want to do is ask that, okay, how are you going to make this relevant for the big picture? So whatever you are building is going to stay relevant even as you are moving into every single one of those big goals. So the end goal that God has told you is you are going to be a blessing to many nations through small children. That is relevant that you build that brand now, so that you'll be able to get yourself positioned to even more children around the globe. So you have to make sure that it's something that can stay relevant, in fact. Yes. So the relevance is something that is relevant to your life, your future, and your growth, and as well something that can stay relevant, not something that you just work on one time thing and it is gone. So for this anatomy one that I've been using as an example, it's going to help me prepare for my nursing council exam. So it's contributing to my academic career like that. So that way it is relevant to my life because I want to become a nurse. Yes. And how relevant so is that I make sure that I'm going to be writing this certain council exam, this certain council exam, this certain council exam. There are exams that I can, always get my new license and I can forever be a nurse or something. So it stays relevant for a long period of time. You understand me? Yes. So make sure it is relevant in the world, it is relevant to your life, it is relevant to your growth, it is relevant to your future, and it is as well aligned to who God has called you to be and what He has called you to do. If it's relating to building something, not just like your personal habit, like doing your devotion or taking care of your health, your fitness, reading your books, the big picture of what it is that you're building, then you have to go back to God and understand. Even your personal and your simple life, you have to pray and understand, how do you really want to do it this year? Okay, this year, should I fast once a week? Should I fast twice a week? You have to align those ones too with God. So you have a reason why you're doing it. You have a purpose behind it. You have the end goal behind it. You have something that pushes you to be able to do it every single week. Yes. So that is the fourth one. It has to be relevant. Now to the fifth and the last for SMART goals is time bound. So set a deadline for it. Don't just say you are going to do this. Yes. I advise that you set the deadline for end of the year, but at the same time, you try as much as possible to check the ones that can be done by July, by August, by September, October, November, December. The last checkpoint for the goals is not exactly end of the year. In fact, it might be something that you are going to do consistently for 3 years. Put it down for 3 years, please. Put a time. Yeah, let's be time bound. If it's 3 years, let's be 3 years. There are some goals that you have to bring in from 2025. There are some goals in 2026 that you are going to have to take into 2027. That's totally fine. Just make sure it is aligned, like we've said again, and it is relevant, and it is achievable, and it is measurable, and it is specific. So even if you keep doing it for 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to start seeing the result at one point or the other, right? Yes. So now with this time bound, let me give this example. This is what a SMART goal is going to look like from the sample I've always given with anatomy. Yes. So I will study anatomy for 1 hour, 4 days a week. Now you know that time has now been included. Specific time has been included. Before I was just saying 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Now 1 hour per day out of all the 3 days or 4 days I'm going to be reading is already included. So let's go again. I will study anatomy 1 hour, 3 days a week to raise my grade from 60B to 80A by the end of the session. Let me read it again. I will study anatomy for 1 hour, 3 times a week to raise my grade score from 60B to 80A by the end of this semester. So the end point of it is, it's going to help me to be able to prepare for my council exam, but as well, I want to be able to read this anatomy 3 times in a week, 3 days in a week. So I've said Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm going to read it for 1 hour. Now, to make it more specific, you can see I'm going to read from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this is how it's going to go now. I'm going to study anatomy from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Mondays, Thursdays, and on Saturdays to be able to make sure that I raise my grade from 60B to 80A by the end of the session. You know the other things that are embedded in it, right? I said we are going to be having at the end of each week, we are going to be taking past questions or test MCQs to be sure, what have I read? How am I implementing what I've read? Just answering questions to see what it is like. I've read this particular system. Now this is what the question they are asking. They're asking me to draw the human heart. Can I draw the human heart? Let me test and draw it. Understand? So those are the other things that are embedded in it that I've even mentioned. I've also mentioned the fact that it has to be specific for a time frame. I've mentioned that you can have something like saying, let me just use this example. I wanted to change my example. I want to be able to read this amount of systems for each month. For this January, I want to read respiratory system. I want to read digestive system. For February, I want to read musculoskeletal system. I want to read endocrine system. Then you go on for every other month like that. But of everything, you are going to be doing it from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. You're going to be doing it on Mondays, on Thursdays, and on Saturdays. And the end goal is you want to move your grade from 60B to 80A by the end of the session. Yes. So imagine you actually do it for 1 hour, 3 times in a week. You are doing the test. You are drawing the diagrams, making sure you are in the system of, I've read this system. I did not finish the system in this particular month. That means I have to double the work for next month to be able to complete the system and meet my goal. See, there's nothing that is going to stop you. You will get that grade. Like, I can assure you, you will get the grade. Like, okay, let's actually think about it together. From what I've explained with how specific the goal is going to be, how measurable it is, how achievable it is, how relevant it is, and the time that you set with it, do you think you wouldn't? You would. Yes, because you've broken it down to the simplest of an hour, from the whole year to the first quarter, to the first half, second half, first quarter to the first quarter, to the fourth quarter, to monthly, to weekly, to daily, then to the hour that you're even going to read by. You will include the specific time they are going to read by. Yes, so that's what makes the goal work. So your 2026 goals, please make them smart. For school, for personal growth, for faith, for leadership, for life, for relationships, make them smart. And make sure you are setting goals across every aspect of your life. Don't just set academic goals and financial goals and leave your personal growth. And for your personal growth, you are going to see as the opportunities come, I will apply. No, don't do that to yourself. This is the time for you to sit and check the opportunities you actually want to apply for. In 2026, I want to apply for this particular opportunity. In 2026, I want to take this particular course. In 2026, I want to add this skill, so that I'll be able to do work better and increase my charge fee or my service fee for this particular service that I'm offering. You understand? So make sure you set goals for every single aspect. Your academics, your personal growth, your spiritual and your faith, your leadership, maybe the part that you're leading, maybe you're a leader in church, you're a leader in school, or you're leading an organization. You want to set goals in those aspects too. Because once you're leading any particular aspect, then it is on you to also put together the goals that particular sector is going to work with for that year, if I may call it that. So if you are leading a department in church, then it is on you to also start putting together the goals of how you can take that department from one level to another level. Yes. So if you have any role at all, even if you are volunteering, any role at all it is that you are playing, you have to set goals for that particular role. Even if you are just your hostel representative, yes, then you know that it's going to be part of what you're going to be setting goals for in 2026. You understand? And your finances as well. Set the goals for your finances. How much do you want to save? How do you want to learn more about investment or savings? How do you want to be consistent with your saving? How do you want to be able to track your progress? Put everything together. Make sure you're working on it as every day, as every week, as every month go by, and you're able to track your progress. You're able to measure your progress. How much do you want to save? In fact, if you are saving, you might not really know what you want to use the money to do, but best that you just save. You have those financial goals and you are working towards it. Don't worry, before the second half, you will know what you want to use it to do. Trust me, you would know what you want to use it to do. So for your finances, planning your finances also involves budgeting. So you have a certain budget. This amount goes to tithe and offering. That's the first thing you're removing from your money. This amount goes to feeding, groceries. This amount goes for self-care. This amount goes for saving. You have that budget. You budget it in percentage and implement the percentage to the certain amount of money it is that it's would calculate to. There are different templates. There are different guides online that you can download to budget your finances every single month. You will just input the amount and it helps you to do the budget. Yes. Then you have miscellaneous as you always remember to include miscellaneous. Then you know how much it is that you are saving. And you can always put aside the money you are saving. And if you want to start an investment plan in 2026, you can start reading more about it from now. Speak with consult with experts rather. Speak with experts. Understand how it works. Understand what you want to do around investment. The long-term goal for the investment. Do you want to do short-term investment or long-term investment? When do you want to start getting your returns? What do you want to do with it when you get? Do you want to reinvest it? They will speak to you about all these things. So, it's part of your financial goals in the real sense of it. So, yeah. Once again, we said your goals must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be actionable, it must be achievable, it must be relevant, and it must be time bound. So the example that we've been working with is studying anatomy. So I said I will study anatomy for 1 hour, 3 days a week, which is on Monday, on Thursdays, and on Saturdays. So I'm going to increase my grade from 60B to 80A by the end of the session, and this is in line with my nursing council exam. So yes, so make a simple worksheet that you can use, or you can always get this worksheet. In fact, just check on Instagram for those people that have made videos or carousels talking about setting goals. They can have a resource. They can tell you to comment smart and they will send a workbook to you or something. Just check, most definitely you would find. Or you can create something on your own, or you can just ask around. You would definitely find a workbook or a worksheet that can help you put your goals together. Yes. So again, we've talked about today. We have said we're going to be talking about preparing for a new becoming, and we've talked about reflection. Said before the entire direction and redirection that you are working with, you have to reflect on the previous year. How was it? What did you do? What should you, improve on? And also practice gratitude and understand that you have to let go of some things. Then we said the second is alignment. Whatever you are doing is an assignment for you. Yes. So it's not every door that is yours to walk through, but you have to understand which ones you need to walk through in 2026. You have to understand which ones are connected to your goal, to your purpose, to who God has called you to be, so you fully become in 2026. Then we said the third is the practical preparation, where you need to start setting intentional goals, and those goals must be smart. Yes, we've talked about smart goals, so make sure you go back and understand better how to set smart goals. You can watch YouTube videos again, but I think I've just broken it down to the simplest of the hours you put in, measure up for the each day, for each month, for each first, second, third, fourth quarter, first, second half, then the entire year itself. And I've talked about reevaluation too. You have to always go back and reevaluate. So please don't use the first quarter, second quarter, first half, second half instead. I really don't like it because it seems like you are putting in so much time, 6 months, before you start checking if it's working and if it's not working. So that means you just have one chance. So after the first half, you have just one more chance to make things better. I don't really like that. It sort of like restrains someone. So I prefer the first quarter, second quarter. If it does not work the first quarter, you evaluate. Second quarter, well, it did work. Third quarter, it works, but you can improve. Then by fourth quarter, you know that I've been able to put in so much into it, and it's actually very, very excellent. So reevaluation should happen as it is happening every month. Make sure it is happening every quarter as well. Yes, you can reevaluate every single month and see how you need to adjust and how you need to improve. Now, the last but not the least, for everything that you need to do is letting go before you actually move forward. There are some things that you need to let go of. Though we've mentioned part of this in reflection, that there are some things that you need to do away with, but I just want to emphasize on it again. You don't need to carry the old weights into 2026. You don't have to. So this is the moment for you to drop unrealistic expectations, comparison. We have a video talking fully on comparison. You can check that, an episode rather. The guilt of what did not work in 2025, you don't need it. You need to drop that. Or the fear of starting again. If you have to start again, please plan it and start again in 2026. 2026 is another chance, it's another season for you to start again. Now, don't be that person who has the goals and after you've set the goals, let's say this is December 18. After you've set the goals and everything seems ready to go, you can start by December 26, but you're telling yourself, January 1 I'll be start. If you can start December 26, then please start reading anatomy every single hour, or every single hour. Start reading anatomy from 8 or 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. or whatever time it is, 3 times a week. Start doing it. Yes, January 1st is not the benchmark for you to start achieving your goals, because that's not the benchmark. But because December 31st is not going to be the benchmark for you to have achieved those goals. Yes. So that means if you can start it now, then you can. You want to build new habits, then you have to start giving yourself the urge and the desire to go for it. If the goal is to start waking up by 5 a.m., then set your alarm for 5 a.m. from tomorrow. Start waking up by 5 a.m. from tomorrow. It's not like you're going to wait till January 1 and magically by January 1 you start doing everything all right and good. If by the first week of January, you might be finding it hard to cope. That is why if you start now, all the finding it hard to cope is going to go with 2025. So by 2026, second week of January, third week of January, you're already finding your pace. January is going to be a very, very, sketchy one, because you're going to start adjusting. So that's why you can start the adjustments now. So that by January, you are just like very much adapting and moving ahead with every single goal of yours. So please don't be that person who is waiting for the exact benchmark of 12 a.m. January 1st. No, don't do that to yourself. Once you're done setting your goals, kickstart. You can start. This is till December. Fine, it's December 18, but December 20, if you can get started, please do get started. That's like about 10 or 11 days that you have to actually start feeding your mind to it, that this is what I want to do this year and I'm actually going to achieve it. So please make sure you start once it is that you've planned to go. Yes, because a lot of people have problem with execution, and that's one of the reasons, because they delay execution itself, waiting for the perfect moment. So please don't be that person waiting for the perfect moment. Don't delay execution. So if you need to start over, please start over. Isaiah 43 verse 18 says, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. Leave the past in the past. Okay, so letting go is not less of what you are doing. It's therapeutic. It's part of the preparation as well. So if you have to let go of old habits, let go of the guilt, of comparison, of unrealistic expectations, let go of everything. Just drop it to 2025. And this 2026, be fearless. Yes, be smart. Set your goals and make sure they are very, very smart. Yes. So this is how you can go about a new becoming. And I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to tell you how you can actually plan and prepare for 2026 and ace it like a pro. Yes, we've talked about it from the simple to the complex. So I'm sure you have to get your book or your journal now and start putting together your plans for 2026. Yes, your financial plans, your spiritual and your faith plans, your relationship plans, your academic plans, your personal growth plans, every single part, every single aspect of your life. Group it like that. Put down the end goal of it. Break it down into actionable plan from the first half, second half, to the quarter, then to the month, to the day. What are you going to do every single day to contribute? One drop of water, or be each drop of water, make it simple, make a big ocean or something. Yes, so the drop of every single thing in every single day is what's going to be the big picture of it all. So make sure you plan it very, very well. Okay, so before 2026 even arrives, start working on it. Yeah, start becoming it one day at a time, because you're not working towards perfection. You're working on just becoming fully, beautifully. Yes, so make sure you are working on growth, you're working on obedience. Obey what God has called you to be and align with it. Yes, so becoming is daily, it is smart, it is intentional, it is quiet. It is what you've planned from now that you're going to be able to work with. And God is patient with the process. Like I said, yours might not be a 1 year benchmark for 2026. It might be 2 years, it might be 3 years, it might be 4 years, it might be a 5 year benchmark. Make sure you understand it and you're able to put the goal together very well. So as the year winds down, remember that you don't have to put yourself into so much pressure overnight. You just need to stay open, align it, and be willing to get started with every single thing that you want to do. So next year is going to be marked with clarity, and your goals are going to be rooted in purpose. Yes, you're going to be guided by God's light, and I'm very, very sure they're going to have an amazing 2026. In fact, me personally, I can feel it. 2026 feels so bright, so beautiful. I love it from now. Yes, and I'm sure you guys really enjoyed this episode. I think this is our longest episode ever. I don't think I've ever recorded up to 50 minutes. I'm not sure, no, but I was really preparing for this episode because I've been talking about it, that we are going to examine how you can prepare for 2026. So when I started working on this episode and I noticed there was so much to talk about, I was actually removing some part of it. Yes, so this is me just inviting you that you join our community. We're going to have more conversations around it and a little bit of life update. So one day I just posted on my status that I feel like having a hangout, yes, where we just meet and we'll talk about how we're going to do 2026. That's what I just said, and people started signifying. I was very, very excited. Yes, so we're going to be having the hangout. We are going to be talking about this that we've said here, these SMART goals. Yes, we're still going to talk about it, preparing for 2026. We're going to have amazing games and fun. We are going to eat, we are going to dance, we are going to play games, we are going to cut cake. It's going to be amazing, right? Yeah, so we have a group already and we have people who have registered already. So if you also love to be a part of it, please, you can send me a message, or you can just join our community and message any of the admins. Yes, and we're working towards that. Since we're going to be talking about how we want to prepare for 2026, we can sort of like have a session, and that session is going to be live on Telegram because some people requested that they want to listen to the session. So it's going to be live on Telegram. So once again, you can just join our community. The link is going to be attached. Join our community. You can message any of the admins and then you get access to the group. So from the group, we're going to drop the Telegram link where you can listen, and it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be a very, very amazing time. I really can't wait because I just want to unwind and get started with what I want to do for 2026. Yes, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for sticking with us all through the year. This is episode 29, so it's been 29 weeks of showing up for the colors and lights. Thank you so much for always showing up. Our last episode is going to be the Christmas edition. Yes, that's going to be our final episode for the year. I'm very, very, very excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it. Thank you so much for sticking with the Colors and Lights podcast. I'm super grateful. And once again, my name is Eboluwa Olufayo, and I am your host here for the Colors and Lights podcast. And this is where we talk about life, growth, different seasons, transitioning, God, how you can live wholly, fully, and beautifully. That is what we talk about here. And I am so glad that we're able to do this together today. I know this is a very, very long episode, so if you've listened till the end, make sure you drop a comment and tell me what you think. And I'm sure that if you've listened to the end, you will definitely have picked one or two things. Yes. Thank you so much. And don't forget to take care of yourself, drink water, take fruits, take your vitamins, rest well, watch a movie. Don't stress yourself, okay? The weekend is almost here. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.